they do have Chrono Boost Octavia, which is going to be just a headache for everybody. It's like a headache to manage her, a headache to kill her. It's kind of just the worst.
Yeah, I think I mean, oh god, Chills picked Octavia. Okay, yeah, you're probably right. That is, I hope it's the ZZZ X. It could be the ZZZ Octavia.
There's
We've
no
seen it
way.
before.
I have seen it before. I will not allow this.
They are red side. We cannot tell until
Man.
after draft. Meanwhile, oh god, Lions Eat Bears, very traditional comp. Rasmus, Aimee, Atlas. I think all these characters you can say are at least top 4 in their roles. And when you see Lola Mao, you get why it's Rasmus and not like Asher or something. Especially on Chrono Boost at high start. And it is the ZZZX.
Okay,
We've been
okay.
saved. No Siphoning Wand Octavia. Is a Siphoning Wand X, however. We are going to see ZZZ set on the enemy goalie or someone and try and slowly damage them over time. Octavia is probably going to keep the core, and Mako is going to make people fast and help Octavia keep the core. WOAH Chills, as far as their weird comps go, this is like one of the ones that like you can at least see what they're going for. And yeah, winning the first set doesn't matter a lot for either of these teams because either of them can get Vital Awakenings that will break the game open.
Yeah, absolutely. Octavia is just kind of like that. She gets some of the Speed Awakenings or Castelless or something like that, and she just becomes the worst. I mean, X is the same way, as they do get a score there. CZZ with the help of Taco, of course. But yeah, X is another character that just loves to be scaling at the end of the game. I mean, if X... That's the thing, is if X wins the first set, it's usually a catastrophe for the enemy team, because he is a slow start, basically do nothing for a while until he gets things like Perfect Form or Egoist or something ridiculous. Even some size on X is also just like a problem, so they're going to be trying to look to scale a little bit as they have X and Octavia on that team. And the opposing team is definitely, like we were mentioning, a little more traditional. The characters are quite good in their roles, and they're probably going to be trying to stop this Octavia from moving, but actually, they are doing a solid job right now, as they do have both of Cake's barriers down right now, and it's going to be a punch here from ZZZ. Taco going to be supporting with that flip. Okay, actually going to get counter flip there from Venz, and they score right off of it.
Yeah, and like you said, this is an important set for Lions Eat Bears to win. They're against a team that scales really well. They can just get all of these really valuable awakenings like Chrono Boost, which was a starter awakening, but more Dash Awakening, Stagger Swagger, that type of thing on Octavia. Size on X and power, and then obviously Mako can also get Dash Awakenings and just like make the Octavia essentially have a Dash Awakening herself. Kind of a crazy comp. Meanwhile, Lions Eat Bears, they had 3 flips at the beginning of the round, I feel like, and now they're all gone and not much to ask to get from it. ZZZ has flip, really curious how he ends up using it.
Yeah, true. You know, it's interesting, a dynamic of this comp, really great kill from ZZZ there, actually the Chrono Boost helping out. An interesting dynamic of this comp actually could be seen like, okay, you know how you kind of want to kill Octavia, you want to kind of focus her here and there, but ZZZ being just damage X character, kind of putting pressure on the opponents to play more defensively, kind of keeps Octavia alive in that weird way. So if that's kind of what they're going to go for here, I could totally see that happening. As long as Octavia is free to roam, she is a menace.
Yeah, it's also really hard to score on Mako if you have no abilities after killing Octavia. I think, like, as far as WOAH Chills comps go, this is like... I mean, I don't think Octavia is really meta right now, but this is like a comp where you can definitely see, like, a NASL team might pick this one day. I could see Bozo Bunch playing this comp, right?
Yeah, sure.
And fun fact there, Lola Mao, like a Bozo Bunch sub, kind of playing against this comp that he may have even, like, played against in, like, scrims or something before. I don't know, fun fact. Meanwhile, WOAH Chill is about to have 2 core flips, one of them on ZZZ. Gonna be huge how he uses it, especially since Sean Fortnite has no abilities left.
True, ZZZ, definitely a couple of strikes here from that core flip. They do end up finding a kill onto the opposing goalie, though, and man, that's gonna be it. Octavia pushes that one in, and oh man, I can't say the word scale any harder. If WOAH Chills wins this first set, it's like, it's really bad here for Lions Eats Bears. They have to pull everything, they have to pull it together right now and win this set if they're going to keep themselves alive, because this team is probably going to scale no matter what, but it cannot be on the first set, as we see ZZZ already beating the crap out of Lamau XD, and he's already basically low to nothing here. Taco even helping out with a little bit of damage there, and they know their win condition is for ZZZ to basically end the lives of some of these players.
Yeah, and Lolamao had like this hero evade earlier in the round on a dashed core flip that was incoming from ZZZ, but he's out of evade. Taco doesn't opt to use the core flip to kill him. Kind of not what I think is correct there, but overall, somehow Ven's winning every strike war in a row makes this play end up really good for Lions Eat Bears. They're getting so many resources out of WOAH Chills, who is out of Octavia secondary, but then kind of just Ben's dies. A lot of things are happening. I feel like when things happen in Omega Strikers, you think they're gonna go one way, and then like half the time they don't.
Yeah, I mean, ZZZ is doing a ton of damage here, and it's really just being supported by Taco and Cakes, as they're just really helping it so that people are not regenerating. Of course, the siphoning one doing its job. I mean, Taco getting a kill themselves there. Octavia X is going to win this first set, and this is going to be huge for WOAH Chills. Oh man, actually, ZZ missing just by a pixel there. Going to try to push it in, but Venz gets a great defense here. The top and the bottom here from John and Venz do end up holding that one. LeMaurixty getting in there as fast as possible here. The Firewall Sentry do a little bit of damage, put a lot of pressure here. Venz can get the ball, not fast enough in the hands of ZZZ. Going to make it happen, actually going to kill on to John Fortnite. It's going to roll in there from another hit from Taco, and well, Catastrophe has struck. Somehow this team on the right here has won the first set. I mean, please explain that one.
Yeah, I mean, Chronoboost X found so many random valuable kills in that set, it felt like, with his longer dash that people just weren't ready for, and they stacked damage well, they kept the core. Now Octavia able to get big fish instead of aerials or rapid fire. Not, I kind of see why. Denies it from Rasmus. Gets Stagger so she can live longer, gives Mako aerials, which is basically like getting aerials on Octavia anyway in some ways. I can see it. She has size, she has speed now. X gets 1-2 punch, they'll do even more damage, and that draft looked really good for WOAH Chills. The one thing is, Lions Eat Bears can scale. They have Twin Drive Atlas, they have an Aimi who has Rapid Fire. There are good awakenings here. There's something to work with.
Sure, I can agree with all of that there. The Awakening pick's definitely a little interesting, but it's kind of Octavia. I feel like newer age Octavia kind of has been experimenting a little bit more with like some of the more stagger things, and picking Catalyst over like Castellast I've seen happen before. And it's like, okay, I mean, fair. Catalyst is kind of insane. You get a bunch of extra hits from the ult as well, so it's like, okay, sure. Energy Burst is the best move in the game by a mile, so I guess more of those is totally fine. This Taco was already built up enough energy to make that one happen. They're getting on in there, getting involved, spending the ult, but a perfect evade here from LMXD is actually going to keep them totally healthy here. ZZZ trying to press in here with that energy burst as well, and they're going to knock Venz down to nothing here with the help of Taco too. Maybe Cakes can get a kill here, and yeah, they kind of just do the strike. The Mako passive plus the strike shot is enough to kill, and WOAH Chills has just been in control since this game has started.
Yeah, it really does feel like WOAH Chills' game so far. They haven't scaled yet, and they're taking a lot of damage. I feel like they could be playing these like death situations a little better and not taking as much damage. But they're now in a good position, set up to try and find something. But Cakes with an insane core flip, and now John Fortnite getting low, has no ult, has no evade. He's probably not going to die unless he messes up. But when you're getting this pressured as a goalie, it's just really hard to strike the ball at the right time. Meanwhile, on the other side, Lions Eat Bears able to get the barrier and now be in a stronger spot than WOAH Chills. But WOAH Chills has 2 flips. Wastes 1, lull him out, about to get flipped in front of this Mako in a 1v1. Strike shot saves it.
Yep, great strike shot there from Cakes though. Taco do have flip here to hold on to this. Spends the ult for, I'm not entirely sure why we saw that ult there, but no problem though. We're going to get that one cleared. Cakes with another close save here. LMXD finally getting that flip here from that last strike. Going to try to get themselves involved now to make this point happen here. He actually hits both players with the flip. Nicely passed on over to Venz. Keeps that speed with a good 45 angle right past Cakes, and they're going to score that one. And finally, a little bit of signs of life here from Lions Eat Bears. Yeah, again, their Awakenings do have scaling potential, as Venz has a lot of primaries, and John Fortnite has the potential to have a ton of expanse uptime here, but we'll have to see it happen if they can get it around some of the, like, the strategy here is looking about half the time where it's like Taco and Cakes are just playing defense 2v2 against Lamau XD and Venz, and it's just can ZZZ kill John Fortnite in time?
Yeah, and he's not even necessarily looking to kill John Fortnite, but be like this big walking hitbox that like gets him out of the spot he wants to be in. And that's what ZZZ's good at, but Cakes hasn't been able to hold for long enough yet and get this speed on like really good windows. They're almost able to get that. Venz is really low now, but John Fortnite's holding. This twin drive seems to be helping along with the rapid fire. But Taco snipes it with his own primary. And now there's an open net here. Cakes has flipped. Barrier's going to take a while to come down, and ZZZ plays that amazingly. Great timing on the strike, slow, patient play, and he gets the core in.
Yeah, good work. ZZZ just being a big menace, exactly like they're supposed to here, with 1-2 punch also helping a lot of that damage, including, you know, the chrono boost 1-2 punch, the bull rush plus the ult is really painful when you have things like 1-2 punch to go with it as well. And you get a little bit of the ensnare jumps here to keep the ball onto the top side into the hands of Taco, who's working on another flip for themselves here. Cake has theirs to make it happen, but we're going to have one from Venz to grab the final barrier here. Cake's going to have to try to get some value out of their own flip, though. Taco has theirs now. ZZZ trying to build a little bit of energy here and just knock John Fortnite out of position. It looks like Taco's going to spend theirs just to get it to ZZZ, but again, we have John Fortnite doing a solid job of holding here. This one barrier is their entire life, is their child in this situation here. You always got to hold that last barrier. It's a really slow game as this moment here, as we're going to get a firewall sentry. Cake's going to try to defend it with not much, but ZZZ looking a little bit low. If we can have that Lions Eat Bears get a kill on ZZZ, maybe that'll be the pressure relief that they need.
Yeah, ZZZ tanking the entire turret helped Cakes get it out, but at the cost of his own stagger, and he's able to heal. Venz almost gets the kill. That was like frames away from still being staggered. And now ZZZ is just going away, hitting Atlas. Could have timed his hit stun a little better there and probably got the core through, but they're still keeping the core up. Taco has flow state running, about to have flip. Great damage there, taking almost his entire HP bar from like one hook and cyber swipe. But he still has flip, he still has flow state. Lions Eat Bears is using every single resource they have trying to finish this kill, but there's orbs on the map. Taco is fast, and WOAH got the barrier.
Look how fast Taco is. That's crazy. Oh man, another bull rush here with the combination of 1-2 punch, chrono boost, and making it happen. ZZZ using it perfectly, gets a kill onto the goalie again. And man, when you said the hook damage, I had to actually check if Lamau XD took Deadeye. Did not take Deadeye. That was just simply hook destroying Octavia, which is fair. She should be dying. She should be getting killed. So it's all good, everybody. We're chilling. This is vanilla. This is real. This is canon. So
yeah,
working on this next point here. Chill's still ahead here by 1 point in this set, though. Lions Eat Bears doesn't even have a set right now to work with, so they're going to have to try to, once again, pull this together as the Firewall Sentry does grab a barrier here. No pressure on John Fortnite just yet, though. ZZZ perhaps charging up a little bit of health, grabbing some cooldowns. They're going to fly in with the Chrono Boost. Taco, no cooldowns right now to help keep possession, though. The Mao XD can't seem to get it to Venz for a nice pass through the center here. Fortnite using that expanse to keep their own barrier alive right now, but it's going to be 0 cooldowns against a Strike War, and they're going to lose it. It's actually an advantage strike. It's really not like a Strike War. It's whatever you want to call it, but getting in there with that. Oh gosh, the ult. What's the ult named? I forget. With Taco's ult.
I have no idea. I do not know.
Boom is the passive, flow state is the thing.
Oh my,
and
how do you know that?
I used to know them all. I stink now. Sorry everybody, I stink.
Well, I think you're still pretty great. Meanwhile, in this draft, Catalyst for the Octavia. Kind of crazy, no?
Yeah.
Atlas doesn't go perfect form. John Fortnite, not a knower, or at least Lions Eat Bears, not a knower of how good this Awakening is. He gets hot shot anyway, but like, perfect form, twin drive, like, I don't know. I think it's still perfect form there. Meanwhile, Mako gets Rampage, and the X goes built different, which feels like it should be flipped, but like, hey, they still got really good Awakenings. Both teams, really good Awakenings. Something to look at. Lola Mao has stacks. Will he be able to get the stacks in this round? Or in this set, because he has been dying, and when will he? Because until then, he is a dead Awakening.
True. Stacks really slow. Even when you have 149 stacks, it's like, okay, and it just doubles right when you get that 150. So it's full stack or nothing pretty much for that Awakening, as they do blast Octavia out of there with that Pendulum Spring. Really great work there from MSC to catch that one. Venz bottom side here with a little bit of extra speed, wins that war against Cakes nicely. Okay, Fortnite maybe moving up a little bit to help it on through here. Good pass. Venz tries to make it happen, but Cakes really gets that primary in there. Damn it, forget everyone's move, but really great primary from Cakes there. Oh my god, I'm so bad. I'll take over.
Wait, no, you were doing so good.
I'm a
okay,
noob.
listen, we all forget about
noob.
names. But meanwhile, 3 core flips on the side of WOAH. ZZZ using one to find the KO and bends. Insane strike core there, actually, but ZZZ gigantic in the right spot at the right time, and this is looking like WOAH's game. ZZZ has a talent show to get to that he's hosting next weekend. And
Oh yeah, I did hear
he's
about
trying
that.
to finish this up. Yeah. I wanted to throw in the shout out. But anyways, 2 core flips on the side of WOAH, and there will point up. Lol Lamau only at 54 stacks. This is a really hard spot to be in if you're a Lions Eat Bears fan or a player on the team. Especially when you have Octavia in your face with her ultimate running, no ability name, and core flip.
Base drop. It's base
drop.
drop. I was given the answer. Yeah, base drop doing a really great job of killing players who are not standing in the goalie arc. I mean, ZZZ, crazy bell ringer there to actually grab a kill, deal a ton of damage, all the pressure, get the goal. I mean, does it all right now. They're looking at match point, though. I mean, WOAH has had every bit of advantage in this game, and they're just going to keep at it. I mean, Taco was level 10 for the last, like, 3 rounds as well. So just hitting the ball infinitely, getting all the barriers, helping out. I mean, they're just doing exactly what their roles were meant to do here. They just have all the control.
Yeah, and like we saw in the beginning of the game, it was so much closer than this. But at this point, the WOAH team comp of like 3 scaling picks somehow won the first 2 sets and has scaled. So one of the like more dominant WOAH games I've ever seen. This is like the team I know to always go to set 5.5, but they're up 2 barriers and they might be punching their ticket to Liftoff right here.
They could be doing that. Taco has flow state pushing onto the bottom side. We just saw Expanse. It's definitely going to be down. Astral Protection comes out. Atlas maybe low on cooldowns. Lamau does get it out here with the help of a Whiplash. Okay, going to get a little bit of a strike to get it out of there. Cakes on up to Taco, who does have Energy Burst. This could be big. Vens had to use an evade just to stay alive. Could have had an Energy Burst of their own. This is going to be impossible, but actually shoots it at the Expanse. Going to be saving that one right there. John Fortnite. Okay, Lamau XD has a chance to really make this happen here. Combo with Vens. Oh, doesn't get the pendulum swing. Vens, don't be losing to ZZZ right now. Keep yourself in the game. Oh.
That was, yeah, the Atlas primary shot it up into the like inclined area of the net, and John Fortnite unable to land the strike. Hard sequence to pull off, and that's it. That's WOAH in liftoff. And this team, they didn't make playoffs in Nasty. People kind of view them as this hot and cold team that kind of trolls a lot of games, but in this one, they were dominant. They picked a kind of real team comp. Taco got a whole ton of redirects and played pretty well, and ZZZ kind of did his thing.
Yeah, I can agree with all that. I mean, we see an incredible amount of redirects from Taco, being Octavia. You better have that many redirects. You're playing Octavia, or you're garbage. But yeah, good job here from Taco. I mean, ZZZ again, 50,000 damage. That's almost double second place here. So they were doing exactly what ZZZ was born to do, which is beat people up. Getting 7 kills there, 3 kills from Taco as well. We saw a couple of those from that base drop. Octavia ultimate, so that's also, I mean, man, they just played all of their roles perfectly, and unfortunately, the other team could not seem to get a hold on it. Lion Eats Bears was just down. They couldn't pick themselves up. They couldn't get a big enough advantage, and yeah, I mean, just great teamwork from a team that's been relatively static for a while here, though. WOAH has been in it, they've been out of it, and so now they're going to be moving on there right over to Launchpad, or right over to